The city, our local leader of great importance here, who's been bleeding for the Palisades, our city council member, Tracy Park, who's actually just back from having visited Lahaina, meeting with the leadership there, and also the governor of Hawaii to talk about their recovery efforts and see what we can learn for this community. A great partner and leader, Councilmember Tracy Park.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Senator Allen, and thank you for convening us all here today. As Senator Allen just mentioned, I returned late last night from Lahaina, where I had the opportunity to see the progress and the recovery being made there. Lahaina is one of many communities that I've now had the opportunity to visit with. And each one of those visits is an opportunity to peek around the corner for what lies ahead in the Pacific Palisades and right here in Los Angeles. As we are reflecting today on the 100 days that have passed, I want to take a moment especially to remember the lives that were lost on January 7th and the families and loved ones who are still grieving for their family members. On the morning of January 7th, I was in City Hall for a city council meeting when the sky over the Palisades grew dark. The wind was picking up, the flames started moving faster, and by the afternoon, those flames were racing across the hillside, pushed by hurricane force winds, tearing their way down towards the coast and also heading eastbound into Brentwood. I was on the ground later that morning. My team was already out in the neighborhoods going door to door, urging families to evacuate. We helped seniors, we loaded pets into cars, and we hosed down rooftops in a last-ditch effort to try to slow the fire. At the same time, our first responders were up in the hillsides, risking everything to hold the line and save lives. And they did. And I will never stop being proud of them, and I will never stop fighting to make sure they have the tools and the resources they need to do our jobs. But it wasn't until the days that followed that we really began to understand the scale and the magnitude of what we lost. Lives, more than 6,800 homes and buildings, our parks, our schools, our libraries, the very things that form the fabric of everyday life in the community. Entire neighborhoods just gone. But even in those early hours, we weren't just focused on the fire, we were already thinking about recovery. Just a week after the fire started, my office introduced the first of what has now become a set of more than 50 legislative motions focused on cutting red tape, speeding up rebuilding, protecting renters, securing FEMA help, and holding agencies accountable. And none of that would have been possible without Mayor Bass and her partnership and the partnership of every one of these elected leaders who have come across every layer of government to ensure that we are creating pathways for every Palisades resident to return home. We demanded answers from DWP about the reservoir and the water pressure. We've moved to waive permit fees and explore how AI can assist with our recovery efforts. We've created protections for displaced tenants and pet owners, set up a one-stop permit center, and called for a comprehensive after-action report to learn from this tragedy so that we can ensure it never happens again. It hasn't been easy. There are still thousands of people living outside the Palisades, still families waiting to hear from their insurance companies, still businesses struggling to stay afloat, and residents whose homes have survived the fire trying to understand if it's safe to return in the midst of the reconstruction. The truth is, we know this recovery is going to be painful and it's going to take time. And we know it isn't an abstract concept. This is real and it's personal. It's rebuilding homes, it's reopening schools, and it's restoring a community. That isn't going to happen overnight. But I know that with our shared sense of urgency, effective coordination, and leadership at every level of government, we are going to make it happen. So I'm grateful today to be here with these leaders who have come together and who are stepping up across Los Angeles and the state of California and beyond to make sure we get all Palisadians